Well, it is crazy how fast XRP can turn on a dime, how fast it can move up. We were down 4 or 5% earlier today. Then we had the reversal from President Trump on the tariffs, and now we have reversed and we're up 15%. So, in essence, a 19+% reversal is what we're seeing here. Also, going to share with you how my software gave an early buy alert on this, and you could have got in on this 15+% move up. And I think we're going to continue to go up from here. I'm going to share that with you, as well as give you a massive discount code. So if you're interested in picking it up for the cheapest price I've ever offered, stay tuned. I'm going to share those numbers with you here in just a little bit. And also we're going to talk about how you can use the software to make money with stocks as well. So as I said, we had a dramatic turn of events earlier today. And let me refresh this page and move the image of me so that you guys can see what's going on here. So over on the right, you can see that the Dow closed up 2,962. You can see the NASDAQ closed up 1,857. And you can see over here, let me move the picture of me back over on the right. And there you go. Stocks staged a wild rally after Trump tariff reprieve. Now I'm assuming you know by now what we saw play out was President Trump came out, and for all of the countries impacted by his tariffs that he implemented or he announced last Wednesday, a week ago, except for China, all of those have been put on a 90-day pause. So those tariffs are not going into effect 90 days. And it's mostly because of negotiations. It's because over 50% of those countries impacted by those tariffs, again, that were announced and were unveiled Wednesday of last week, 7 days ago, 50% of those countries came to the table wanting to put together trade deals, negotiations, things of that nature. The only holdout is China, and China has been extremely combative. They've raised their tariffs. We've raised ours. I don't even know the latest numbers. It's north of 100+% tariffs on both sides. They're trying to tariff us. We're going to tariff them on the goods imported into each respective country, all of that. But you can see ultimately what's played out here on the stock market and what's played out as a direct corollary to XRP. Now, XRP has more going for it than just the good news coming in on, the Trump tariff front. We obviously have the major acquisition that Ripple, buying Hidden Road yesterday. With that acquisition, they are a prime broker. So that's going to open up a tremendous amount of new markets for Ripple, respectively, major cash flow, things of that nature. So that's something that came out yesterday. And I said this before, and I'm going to remind you guys of this. I think that and this is not me going out on too far of a limb, and I've said this, is that we've had, I guarantee you, and the acquisition of Ripple buying Hidden Road is the behind closed door meetings where Ripple is going to start leveraging their cash reserves, their position to go out and strike strategic deals, acquisitions, partnerships, things of that nature. The next wave we'll start to see after we get a little bit more regulatory clarity is announcements coming out of major banks implementing their technology. Well, don't you think that those meetings are already happening? Those meetings are already put in place. The Ripple team meeting with Bank of America and Citi and all of the major financial institutions, government departments, the U.S. Treasury Department, things of this nature. Anybody that has to move money across international borders or from one organization to another or business to business or internal transfers, all of that, Ripple's technology can obviously facilitate that. So my point is all of those meetings are taking place now because the SEC, new change in leadership there, the case dropped, the SEC versus Ripple case done, the resolution on the fine, the $125 million fine, the resolution of how that's going to be split up, all taken care of. And now what I think before we see major announcements, and I think this one that we just saw yesterday, when we see a lot more, we'll start to see a few more, but we most likely will see a slew of those announcements after we get real after the SEC is done with kind of all their stuff, and they come out with their new crypto regulatory guidelines and all that kind of stuff. Because the banks and the financial institutions, they don't want to be in any type of gray area. They want to make sure that they're buttoned up, that they're okay. And I think they know they are, which I think why there's meetings taking place and all those kind of things, strategic meetings. And this acquisition kind of proves that. Okay. And so with that, just a lot of good stuff here. And ultimately, again, the price moving up dramatically well right now. Again, that 19+% swing from being down to all the way to up. I told you I would share with you kind of the early buy signal, and you can see it right here. See that green momentum up box there, right there. And then the blue highlighted section shows you that in 1 day, 20 hours, we're up 15%. So you can see the software gave 1 day, 20 hours ago, it gave a buy alert. So for the thousands of people that are using my software, watching XRP, using it to make money, they were able to see and get that alert. It comes in on your phone. It's just a little pop-up. And then to be able to buy on that alert, and then obviously a 15+% move up. So $1,000 bought there, you're already in profit, $153 in only 1 day, 20 hours, as an example. And I think we'll continue to see things roll up. So that's that. So and to show you kind of another one, this is the Tesla chart. So this is a really good representative of, again, you can use my software, which runs on an iPhone, runs on Android, runs on any computer. Right here, you can see it giving a buy alert and a sell alert, and that's 84%. So this is for Tesla. Okay, so buy here, sell here, $1,000 bought here, sold here, 68 days later. See this blue box right here, 84%. That make you an $843 profit in 68 days. Put that profit, buy, sell, put that profit in your bank account, in your pocket. But then after that sell alert, you see how Tesla dropped, and it dropped about 50%. So if you didn't have the software knowing when to buy and when to sell, you wouldn't have known to sell here because the tide was turning and it went down 50%. You would have lost over $500 of profit by writing Tesla down. And then at the bottom, you can see it bottomed out. And then there's another buy alert right there, which was there for a minute. It's not highlighting my green. That's something's wrong with TradingView, which is where the software runs on top of TradingView. You can see that, but the momentum down and then momentum up and then a down. So Tesla is in volatility right now. So we got another sell alert right there. So it's basically a real quick buy alert, but then the market changed and said, okay, you need to sell and get out of Tesla, things of that nature. So that's the buy alert and sell alert working real time. But this ultimately is really what I want you to remember. Buy here, sell here, make 80%, and then sell here and don't take a 50% loss, right? Early notification to opportunities like XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, works on any cryptos. You can use this software anywhere in the world, by the way, 24-hour a day, 7 days a week, and you're already up 15%. Okay, so link in the description below, right down there, and you can take advantage of the deepest discount I've ever offered using that discount code SP1. That link's down there. You'll see a discount code down there as well. And there's a 30-day, no questions asked, money back refund guarantee. So you're protected. So you can try it for 30 days. You don't like it, you get a complete refund the minute you ask for it. So give it a look. All right, so good stuff going on for us as Xrp holders. I'll be back with more. I appreciate you giving me a few minutes, and go make some money. See you.